challenger.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The first carry for the tailback, Jeremy Langford. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The numbers for Langford last week, 14 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
On second down, Langford. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On first down, Garoppolo. That one complete. He finds Sharp to the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This one complete to Charles Sims. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Now that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo dumps it off for Geist, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now a handoff. It's Langford. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. That's complete right around the 8. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. They get it to him running left. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jeremy Langford, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Roberto Aguayo now for the point after. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And Escobar has it left side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's got his man. It's Escobar. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. One quarter down here on a frigid December night. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back to Seattle right after this. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll run here with Langford. And now running right through it. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This fielded at the 2. Get a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On second down, here's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now here's Michael Dixon on for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
More than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Doesn't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
It's caught. Jeremy Langford. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Garoppolo. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Now Wilson on 2nd down, and it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They go read option with Wilson. He may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the 1st.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself. A
good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
10 more there and another 1st down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And Janikowski bangs it through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So now a glance at Jeremy Langford. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Play action. Now Wilson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's Wilson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. And the Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. Only able to make it to the 15 after the nice move. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he whips that one incomplete there. They were looking for Marshall that time, and it's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing just about on his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Avoids him at the 40. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen, because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Wilson will throw again. He's got Lockett. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.